I'm Richard Jack Smith. First of all, before I get into my review of the music Giorgio Moroder did for Scarface, I just want to mention that years ago I read The Making of Scarface by David Taylor, and that book is well worth a look. So, Moroder. I have some issues with Moroder. Admittedly, I didn't like the fact that he won the Oscar for Midnight Express, because in that same category John Williams was nominated for Superman. Superman's my all-time favourite score, so... Anyway, Scarface, a classic film starring Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer and many more. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, who just a couple of years later would be Oscar nominated for Colour of Money, opposite Paul Newman and Tom Cruise. So, Moroder's music contains several themes which are noteworthy. The main title is excellent, sets the groove and the pulse. It's very much a synthesizer, clubbing type of score. Pretty cool. I think it's always worked well in the film. And incidentally, the film, directed by Brian De Palma, and it's, even though it's over 2.5 hours long, it's one of those films which manages its length extremely well, which is not something that can be said of all films, especially these days. So Moroder's score contains several themes. I've always found the motif for Gina, which is the Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio character, the sister of Tony Montana, to be quite touching, and it receives a few sort of fascinating permutations, especially towards the end of the film and the soundtrack. La La Land Records have brought out an expanded 2 CD set for this. Bit overkill, I would say. The first disc should be a main focus for this. The second contains the original album, which was brought out at the time of the film's release, as well as some additional music. But the first disc contains the complete score. Now, if you're looking for, some of the stuff, it's not in this particular on that disc anyway. So I like Scarface. I've always found the theme for Sousa, who becomes an ally for Tony, to be quite an interesting one. There's wood blocks and what sounds like a hunter's horn, synthesized of course, and that's quite haunting. This score is very much of its time. It has dated a little. It works great for the film, and as a standalone soundtrack it mostly holds up. There is a little bit of repetition, but mostly, and then obviously when Sousa's music comes in towards the end and we get those very poignant takes on Gina's music, it definitely changes itself up and becomes something quite propulsive and moving. Overall, Giorgio Moroder's music for Scarface, it's an effort that I prefer much more than his Oscar-winning music for Midnight Express. Some people like what he did on Midnight Express, I didn't. But anyway, so I was a little on the fence what rating to give this. I thought maybe 4 stars, but in my heart I would give Scarface by Giorgio Moroder 3 out of 5 stars. A good score, works well in the film, well worth a listen. This week's mini review, Croc by Andy Fosberry. What a crock. There are Tony Scott films with better rhythmic pulses. Deja vu, I am looking at you. Overall, Andy Fosberry's Croc comes across as pretentious, unimaginative, vapid, meandering and pointless. Seal it under the term biohazard. 0 out of 5 stars. It's not safe to hear soundtracks anymore, especially ones this mediocre. For more film and soundtrack reviews, please visit Betty Jo Tucker's website, Real Talk Movie Reviews. On Facebook you can find my pages, Hip-Notic Movie Reviews and Hip-Notic Soundtrack Reviews. I am Richard Jack Smith, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.